Mark, that was a great evening of fishing. Show me the magic tool and show me some techniques that you use to tie these flies that we were fishing.
Definitely, but maybe before, I just want to tell you why I work on this tool, because that's, in fact, not so easy to work with the CDC feathers. There's many reasons why it's not so easy. The stems are very thick at the beginning, quite weak at the end. And as you see on this feather, sometimes the stem is curved, naturally curved, because you got feather on what?
Right or left?
Left side, absolutely. And the stems are so thick that sometimes it's hard to hackle them. So that's probably the reason why CDC feathers just come up about 20 years ago by different techniques and did not get popular everywhere that quick. And so I got so many problems when I've been tying my first area of pattern with CDC that one time I got the idea of getting quicker to the point, which is to get the advantage of both sides of the feather, and on top of that to be able to mix, to combine different colors, and to combine different type of hackle, and to combine hackle with dubbing, and so you can do a lot of things with this tool. And in fact, this tool is this 3 table, which in fact are dedicated to different lengths of feathers, and this couple of clips, in which it's easy to see where is the material because it's long enough and transparent. So the first one I shown you is this one, a very basic caddis. So we will use for that pattern different colors, maybe 3. So let's go and get the bobbin. Like this. Okay, this is ready. Now we can take one of the dark CDC, like this, and one a little, what I call dirty yellow. So what is the technique? In fact, it's pretty easy. You grab the feather by the tip and you invite the fibers to get like this 90 degrees from the stem. So the very beginning here is not so friendly to tie with, so you just remove it that way, and this is the first element. You repeat the same procedure even if the feather is bent. It's a good feather as well. Just go like this, put it on top, and the last one. As you probably see, there is different size in all.
Is it important to match the sizes if you're doing, say, one particular fly, you want 3 feathers of the same approximate size, or?
I think it's easier to handle 3 size almost the same.
Okay.
But if you have two big feather, you maybe use 2, and if it is a little smaller, you will make 3, and that's
Okay.
really up to you. But for sure, one thing is important: is the smallest feather should be on the bottom.
Okay.
So, as far as I have those 3, this is the dark one on the bottom, this one, and this one. And as you see, I put it in the same way, and more or less in the same natural curve bend they have, like this. Now, next step, grab them together, like this, and choose the table which is the most appropriate to the work. For instance, if I use that one, I may lose this section, so I will not use that one. If I take this one, you can see that the table is a little bit too long, so the medium one will do the job for that. So grab the tip, they are in 3 different positions, but you grab them together like this, and you pull on both sides, and then you get it through. And this is the trick.
Nice.
Because as you see, both sides of the feather gets together, and I will, in just one operation, I will cut that on both sides. I will grab the clip like this, and as you see now, the stems are nicely lined up.
I wish I could do that with my hands.
And then it is extremely easy to trim off the stem in one cut,
That's
like
amazing.
this. And can you believe that it has been so quick, and you have the advantage of 3 feathers together? So now, what to do with that? So you just tie the thread like this, and then you split the thread. This is something that I like to do very much. The reason is you have less volume involved instead of having a dubbing loop. So that is true for small items, I would say 16 and down. I mean, if you are 12 and up, it will not really make a difference if you use the split technique or if you make a regular dubbing loop. So the idea of that is, you see, I go like this to untwist the natural twist that you have in the thread, and it make it a little bit wider close to the hook, so it's easy to open like this.
Wow.
But there is a lot of people who just look here and who forgot the main thing. If you are away from the table and you have your arm like this, you may find the way, but never forget that. Rest your hand here, rest your finger on the hook eye, and then you can easily open the thread. It's pretty much like if you are writing standing up like this,
Use your
or
hand.
if you put your hand like this and you write, you are much more precise. So this is pretty much the same idea.
So pretty easy if you do it right.
Yeah. So I keep my finger here. Do not put your finger completely in, because when you will take it away, it will vibrate on both sides and everything will go away. So just put like this on your finger, and then incorporate the ankle substitute, release the kind of loop like this, and then to save what we have here, you start to spin a little bit like this, not more. So now if I do whatever I want, I will take care of the bobbin holder. You see, it stays together.
Right, the fibers don't fall
Yeah.
out of the loop.
Absolutely. So now what I do is I take approximately 10 centimeters out of the bobbin holder and then spin the bobbin holder. This is the most important thing. You have to get 235.8 turn, approximately. No, but I never count actually. But if I bring too much, I may break the thread.
Right.
And if it is not enough, I will not be satisfied. Some fibers may
Fall
go. But now we have the, the twist which has been stuck here, but this is not where I want it. I want it there. So just with your, okay,
Wow.
everything is done. Of course, do not reopen because that will go away. So you just rewind in the bobbin holder like this, and then they stay here. And so that's easy. You go just a little bit on the back, quickly on the front. When you are halfway, you invite the fibers to go backwards to create the caddy swing shape. Push everything on the back. Get close to the eye, couple of wraps, and then it's almost done. Whip finish. 1, 2, because I always pull a little bit more on the second, even to go like this on the breaking point, because I'm safe. There is another one on there just in case. So there is not much to do now. It's just to trim, to trim the length first, and if you'd like to have it lower on the water, to cut a little bit what is too much on the bottom. So that's it. It's very easy. Half a minute
fast.
fly.
Very fast.
And with the amount of CDC we have been using here, that will float. That will float. And sometimes this is also something I found quite interesting in fishing. You just cast, You can even see the leader on top of the surface. But sometimes I cast, I oblige the fly to go under the water by just pulling a little quick, so you see the fly going in, and then it pops up again. But in that time, the leader goes under the water, and it's less visible for the fish.
Nice.
And you can even do that, like to create the effect of emerging insect.
Yeah, I can imagine doing that right in front of a fish that's eating emergers. It's probably instantaneous reaction.
Absolutely. So this is quite easy, and because you can put really the amount you need that floats very well.
Nice.